For most of the season, Ronald Acuña Jr. has been the clear-cut pick for NL MVP as he's putting together a historically good all-around season. Right now, Acuña is hitting .337 with a .419 on base, 32 home runs, 83 RBI, a 1.001 OPS, and 7 WAR. Those already sound like MVP numbers, before you factor in that he's the first guy to steal 60 bases in 6 years, and is the first ever to steal 60 while hitting 30 homers. He's also doing this while playing for the best team in baseball and leading them to a 108 win pace. So how exactly is Acuña not running away with the NL MVP award? Well, Mookie Betts just decided to have the best month in a Hall of Fame career that has featured many amazing months. In August, Mookie's hit .455 with 11 home runs, 10 doubles, 30 RBI, and a 1.355 OPS, a month more productive than any during his 2018 MVP season that has contributed to another potential MVP year for Mookie, who now leads Acuña in both Fangraphs and Baseball Reference's measurements of wins above replacement, as well as home runs and OPS. Those are 3 incredibly important stats to lead for an MVP vote, and when you realize Mookie's playing better defense than Acuña, and doing so at 3 different positions, he quickly emerges as a very valid choice for the award. I see lots of people making the argument that Acuña has been better for the rest of the year, and Betts has only bested him in 1 month, but that too easily writes off the season Mookie was having before this insane August. If you look at them month by month, Ronnie had the far better first month, but Betts had the far better August, and in between those months, it is fairly neck and neck. From the beginning of May through the end of July, Mookie had an OPS of 1, and Ronald had an OPS of 989. Betts was every bit the MVP caliber player Acuña was, even a tiny bit better, but Acuña simply did it louder because we were all watching his stolen base total climb. Now let's look at both guys' full season totals and compare the two. Mookie has had the slightly better offensive season, over 20 less hits than Ronald, but 9 more extra base hits in 41 fewer at-bats, so that extra slugging does give him the advantage in terms of OPS, but it's still pretty close and could change over the rest of the season. Still though, Mookie has been the better hitter and the more valuable defender. Your choice for MVP is going to depend on how highly you value the stolen base, because obviously Ronald leads that category by a huge margin and has been the most prolific base stealer in baseball since I guess Juan Pierre in 2010, who swiped 68 bags. People will say that thanks to the bigger bases, stolen bases are easier. That has been used against Ronald Acuña's case, but it doesn't make taking an extra base any less valuable, and that's still 63 times that Acuña's taken a base while Betts has done it just 10 times. It's not like Ronald's getting caught a ton either. While his 11 times caught stealing does lead the NL, he has an 85% success rate, which is good. As I said, he's the first player ever to go 30-60, and has a great chance at 30-70 or even 40-70, and even an off chance at 40-80. He'd be the first to achieve any of those. Acuña's 2023 has been one of, if not the greatest combination of power and speed in MLB history. While he is also hitting .337, leads the league in hits, on base percentage, runs, and total bases, and has just 3 less walks than strikeouts. These guys have actually been facing off in LA. Atlanta has won all 3 so far, but it's been a pretty eventful series for both players. Mookie homered twice in a wild Game 1, and then Acuña's hit 3 home runs including a grand slam and got married, I'm not even joking. Game 4 will probably be done by the time this video's up, so hopefully it's a good conclusion. All in all, this is a super close one. I think right now I'd give it to Acuña, but Betts could easily change my mind if he widens the offensive gap in the 30 or so games remaining, because outside of his massive deficit in stolen bases, Mookie does have Acuña beat in a lot of important categories. Both of course play for elite teams if that matters to you. Acuña is the best player on the Braves by a wider margin than Betts is on the Dodgers, but Acuña has still received lots of help from guys like Matt Olson, Austin Riley, and really that whole offense. While Mookie has Freddie Freeman on his team, who is actually really close to being in this race, he does deserve an honorable mention. Freddie is right behind Acuña in OPS, batting average, on base, and hits, but he does come up a bit short because the only thing he leads both Betts and Acuña in by any serious amount is doubles, and playing first base limits his defensive value. Nevertheless, he's had an amazing season regardless of where he ends up in MVP voting. My bet is third, but it's possible he does surpass one of Ronald or Mookie. Him surpassing both I can't see happening though. But yeah, drop your picks and arguments in the comments below. I got Acuña as of this very moment, but if you have Betts winning this award, I definitely get it. It's hard not to choose the guy that leads the league in WAR and OPS, but I do think Acuña is doing just enough to top him as of this very moment. Please like this video, comment your thoughts, do subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one.